Hey guys, so I got another ChoroQ taxi here. I originally bought a taxi thinking it was a Toyota Crown, and it turned out to be a Nissan Crew, thanks to one of my viewers mentioning that. But now I think I actually have a ChoroQ of a Toyota Crown, but let's find out. Bought this locally at some sort of a diecast show. I did a video on that before. This is 2005, so this is pretty old. It looks like it has the original Japanese price on it too. So let's see. Let's look at the box first. In particular, this price tag. So 500 yen is like $5. So that's what this cost back in 2005, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe it was later, but $5 isn't that much, I guess. Choro-Qs tend to be really expensive. In the realm of value of collectible vehicles, Choro-Q is not a good value. Hot Wheels is a good value. Okay, here's some of the cars in the series. So it's the Taxi 2 collection. I would have to assume there's a Taxi 1 collection. And then, so I think this is the Toyota Crown front end. And I think this is the Nissan Crew front end. I found that the Nissan Crew had glow-in-the-dark headlights. I'd be curious if the Crown does as well. Maybe not, I don't know. So these must be all the taxi companies here involved. This one's the Kasai Group. I did a search, couldn't find any images of that taxi though. Here's a couple other ones as well. So these do not look like the Nissan Crew I got. So maybe that Nissan came from this first series. Or maybe there's a third series for all I know. Yeah, see, look, this is like indication that these things would glow. So that's kind of neat. There's also something rattling around in there. Oh, nice. Alright, what else is in here? Some random piece of paper. Some sort of thing to do with time. 7, 9, noon, 50. So I'm guessing this is like the typical time of what happens for a taxi driver. What they do at 7 in the morning, being busy maybe, or rush hour, 6 o'clock at night. Right? I don't know. It's teaching you about taxis, which I think is cool, you know. These are toys, they might as well help educate children about stuff. Oh, and this is kind of nice too, because it's actually telling you where in Japan these taxi companies operate. This being a really fancy digital image of Japan. And then, if I recall, Japan would probably curve that direction. Anyway, so the different companies are operating here, and this must be Tokyo because there's 5 different companies operating there. Okay, well that's pretty neat. So hold on, maybe some of you guys find that interesting, and you can pause the video and try to use Google Translate on your phone or something. In fact, I did use Google Translate through this packaging, and I couldn't figure out, you know, what other text is on this car. But I didn't see this piece of paper before. It just says Keisai.co. So that's the company, I guess. Keisai. That's the taxi. Alright, now we know that. Alright, let's see what else we have. I thought Keisai was like an educational company or something, because for some reason this comes with an eraser. Interesting. I don't know why you would need an eraser. I mean, it's a weird stretch, you know, to take a toy and then give a kid a school supply at the same time. It just seems like it would just make the toy more expensive. This plastic is so old. This box is like, that thing is stuck in there. And I did all that because I don't know, because I'm going to just throw this out anyways. Alright. Now this is not so bad in that plastic. So these are not Keisai Group taxis, I don't think. These images back here, but they're roughly the same color. Yeah, they're not the same because this has a weird shape This is a different shape. This is a different shape. All the different taxi companies seem to have different shapes on them. Oh, and I'm sorry, this is a newer crown because it has these lights here. But if you ignored that and just see this triangular light, that's what we have here. So hold on, I'm going to turn off the lights for 1 second. So focus on this and the headlights, and let's see if it glows. I don't see it glowing at all. So, no, that's not glowing. Strange. So maybe only like some chase models or something have glow-in-the-dark features. Or maybe it's only the Nissan Crew that has glow-in-the-dark features. We'll try to do that again when I pull out the Nissan Crew. Okay, so these hubcap wheels are actually accurate to that first photograph, so that's pretty nice. They're actually pretty deep, these little edge depressions. So there's the case side group thing there. I have no idea what that text is there. And then what does that say on the windows? I think the fare starts at 660 yen, like $7 or something like that. Fuel filler door here. Oddly, the riding stance is pretty good for a taxi. It's actually lower than it should be. Alright, so going to the front end, we have these little markers here on the fenders. So yeah, this is totally chromed plastic, and then orange paint for the markers here, and this literally looks like a crown. Alright, some sort of tampo printing there, and then it's nice to see there's a real license plate number. Although it doesn't seem like it was printed very well. I think that's supposed to be a 1, but it got squished. Nice to see some white paint in here. None in the grills though, no black paint there. And then looking through the windshield, there's a little fare machine here. That's cool. Half of a steering wheel. You can see the little gear for the spring motor. And then yeah, the little top company banner. And then we have these little running lights. I'm gonna guess that those are, maybe they're orange, lit up at night. And unfortunately, the paint on this was laid on really weird, or maybe this thing's so old it's cracking. Although, no, I think it's just poorly applied. Seems okay. Well, no, see? That's not cracking. This is just a poorly applied paint job, or maybe this is where it reacted with the plastic packaging. You know, it was touching that plastic for 15 years. It could have reacted, because on this side it seems perfectly fine. See, this side of the car is nice. So some sort of weird outgassing from that plastic packaging. So this is why, well, it would make sense if you guys collect stuff. You should probably never leave it in the package. That's probably like sacrilege to a Hot Wheels collector, but I mean, that could happen, right? I see no other reason for that weird paint when this side of the model looks perfectly fine. Okay, well, red painted taillights look pretty good. It's a little company thing, and it's actually tampo printed. It's not a sticker, which is pretty nice. Very often there's stickers back here. 7029, some headrests for the rear seats. So it's not bad. Most ChoroQs don't have any indication of interiors. They just have really dark windows. So this has a lot of detail that most ChoroQs don't have. So it says 05 here, standard construction of a screw and a tab there. And yeah. Okay. Let me back out. Let's compare to the very few other taxis I have. And in particular, that Nissan Crew. So here's the Nissan Crew, which at first I thought was Toyota Crown. This is, I think, my first taxi to enter my collection. But I swapped out the wheels for some of these Hot Wheels, like aftermarket things you can buy off of eBay or AliExpress. So I'm going to turn the lights off here. And now you can even tell this is like that glow-in-the-dark plastic. Hold on. Yeah, see? The headlights are definitely glowing. And I didn't even charge them that much. Maybe I'll turn the lights off again later after it sits around for a while. Alright, so this next one and my last taxi is a Toyota Prius from the ChoroQ Zero collection. And what does it say on the side? Nihon Kotsu Taxi. I forget where that is in Japan. And so I don't have any more taxis, but I do have this old Crown, but it's a police car. So definitely a different era of Crown. Alright. Hold on, I'm going to just shine 200 lumens on this thing. And also on the headlights. And then I'm going to turn off the lights again. Yeah, okay, so unfortunately the room lights are actually affecting this. But I hopefully can see that the thing actually does glow. Alright, back to this. Well, I guess we should let this guy spin on its own. And what sort of cartoon character shall we have today? I have one of these, the Simpsons gangster. I forget what his name is. What is that guy's name again from The Simpsons? He's an Italian mobster of some sort. Okay, well anyways, this is probably not as nice as the Nissan Crew from a different collection or something, but it's still pretty decent. It's better than most ChoroQs because it has the interior, as I mentioned. And so I wouldn't put it against me to actually maybe get a few more taxis if I can get them inexpensively enough. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys checking this out, and I'll catch you in the next fair.